street because we were arguing a lot.
Did you have any indication that she was leaving you?
Yes.
So while she was away for that 1 week,
Yes.
her car was stolen.
Yes.
This is Judy Justice. Erin Dean is suing her ex-husband, Dennis Dean, for an unpaid car loan and negligence.
Court come to order. All rise.
Have a seat, please.
Hello, Judge. Case 3122, Dean versus Dean.
Thank you.
You're welcome.
Ms. Dean, it is your claim that the defendant owes you for a car that was stolen as a result of his negligence.
That's correct, Your Honor.
Okay, so let's start with, you and Mr. Dean were married for the first time in what month and year?
July of 2013.
You and Mr. Dean were then divorced.
That is correct, Your Honor.
In what year?
December 12th, 2019.
You and Mr. Dean were remarried.
This is correct.
What month and year?
October 1st, 2022.
And you separated again, and that marriage was annulled in what year?
August in 2023.
Now, you purchased a car.
Correct.
In what month and year?
October of 2019.
While you were married.
We were separated at the time. We were not living together.
But you were married.
Correct.
So this automobile was purchased during the course of your first marriage.
That is correct.
Do you have a copy of your divorce decree?
Yes, I do.
And does that divorce decree award you the automobile?
Yes, Your Honor, it does.
I'd like to take a look at it. So you were awarded in the divorce the Jeep Cherokee.
Correct, that is correct.
And then you remarried October of 2022.
That's correct, Your Honor.
The Jeep Cherokee, which is the subject of this case, was stolen on what date?
From what Dennis told me, he realized the car was stolen on December 19th, 2022.
While you were still married.
Correct.
Now, you were remarried in October of 2022.
Yes.
And where did you live?
In Pasadena.
What address?
780.
And you both lived there together?
Yes.
Had you lived there before, during your first marriage?
No.
Had you lived there while you were separated?
Yes.
When you remarried and you were living at 780, was the plaintiff living with you?
Yes.
So she moved into your residence?
Yes.
So far, is that correct, Ms. Dean?
That's correct, Your Honor.
And you had no other residence?
No.
So you moved into 780?
That's correct.
Mr. Dean, until what date did Miss Dean live at 780, month and year?
January of 2023.
That is false, Your Honor.
Justice,
Okay.
I'm not asking you anything.
Okay.
January of 2023. What happened in January of 2023, sir?
She moved back east,
East to where?
North Carolina, while we were still married.
Okay. The car was stolen in December.
Yes, December 14th.
December 14th, so several weeks before she left.
Yes.
Tell me the circumstances surrounding the car being stolen. First, she was going back east.
Yes.
And she asked you to take her to the airport?
Yes.
Just a second. Did you drive her to the airport?
Yes, I did.
On what date?
It was a week prior to the car being stolen, which was December 7th, 6th or 7th. She asked me to take her to the airport.
Mr. Dean, when you took her to the airport, what car did you take her with?
In the Jeep Cherokee.
Did you have another car?
Yes, I did.
Why did you take the Cherokee?
Because it was big enough to put all her luggage in.
So she asked you to...
Yes.
Okay. Now, when you left for the airport, where had Mrs. Dean spent the night before?
At our residence.
At your residence,
Yes.
together?
Yes.
And what was the reason that she was going back east?
To visit her friend in Houston.
Before she went to visit her friend, and you were living together as a married couple.
Yes.
Had she given you, or did you have any indication that she was leaving you?
Yes.
Tell me about that.
We had prior disagreements as far as where we wanted to live. She wanted me to move back east. She wanted to have another child, which I didn't feel comfortable with.
Did you have a child together?
No.
Who has children?
We both do.
from prior relationships?
Yes.
Yes.
Okay. So you had been arguing.
Yes, it was. Oh, okay.
You had been arguing. The night before she left, you were still sharing the same residence.
Yes.
So you took her to the airport in her Jeep.
Yes.
At her request, because it fit all the luggage. And then after you took her to the airport, what did you do with the Jeep?
I parked the Jeep in a gated parking in my residence.
How long was she away?
About a week.
When she was coming home, who picked her up at the airport?
I was supposed to.
And did you pick her up at the airport?
No, I did not, because she says that she wasn't coming back because I had told her about her car being stolen. And then I told her that once I found out that it was stolen, I got a police report done.
So while she was away for that 1 week,
Yes.
her car was stolen.
Yes.
And it was stolen from where?
Under the gated parking of my residence.
It was in the gated parking?
Yes.
Okay. Do you have a police report?
Yes, I do.
I'd like to see it.
Here it is. Police report.
Okay. So the car was stolen.
That's correct, Your Honor.
Now I got the dates and I got everything. And the car was stolen and?
Car was stolen due to his negligence.
No, you say negligence. The car was stolen out of a gated area. First of all, even if it was stolen as a result of his negligence, you don't get your money.
Dean claims her ex-husband, Dennis Dean, is responsible for car payments after the vehicle was stolen due to his negligence.
Let me ask you this question. I'm going to maybe phrase it differently. My husband is trying to be helpful, and there's a leak in the faucet in our kitchen that has just been redone. Mm-hmm. And I said, well, I have to call somebody to fix this little leak. It's dripping, and I don't want it to get any worse. And my husband said, you don't have to call anybody. I have my toolkit right here. I'm going to fix it. He's a lawyer. He doesn't know about plumbing. But he goes under the sink and he jiggles and jaggles and turns things, and there's a flood. And it not only floods out the kitchen, but it floods the apartment below. And I say, get out. I don't want to know you anymore. You're always doing things like this. You think my husband's responsible if the house is in my name? Get out of here.
Can I explain my situation and what happened, Your Honor, please?
You can. So now you have about 2 minutes to tell me your theory of the case.
When he did take me to the place, I did tell
Not
him,
the place, to the airport.
to the airport. I did tell him not to move my vehicle, not to drive my vehicle. He moved my vehicle because he has an unregistered vehicle that is in the previous divorce decree, and he uses that vehicle. He switches out his Infinity plates to drive that vehicle to and from work. I told him not to move my vehicle because I know he likes to move that car, so he told the police officers who rides back and forth the street doesn't see it.
True.
And when he moved my vehicle, he left the keys inside my car. My car cannot start without a push start. So he took out the garage opener, and the reason why is because they were doing maintenance work at his apartment complex at the time where the gate was left open overnight. That's how my car got stolen, because the lady who did take my car, she had access to easily get inside of it, and the keys were inside my vehicle to where she was able to steal it.
Think about my husband, who I'm fighting with all the time, fixing the sink and causing a flood in an apartment or a house that is mine. I can't sue him. But it sounds to me, from what you tell me, that you knew he had been playing around with license plates while you were still together. That's what you just told me. That's what he does.
No, that's not true.
Listen to me, sir. It may not be true, but that's what you just told me.
It's in text messages, so
That's
it's true.
That's what you just told me.
That's correct, Your Honor.
Okay. You have no case against him. It's unfortunate that your car was stolen and it was found, I understand.
Yes,
but it
it
was
was.
found totaled.
Total, yeah.
Well, that's not his fault. Case is dismissed. We're done.
This court is adjourned.
Can you imagine how the courts would be flooded with lawsuits if married people could sue each other for negligence?
Be more backed up than it is right now?
Oh, it would put a complete stop to the justice system.
Yeah.
Anyway,
I don't even think that in this case he was negligent. I mean, there was debate as to whether or not he left the keys in the car. That could be viewed as a little bit negligent.
But they were a married couple who cohabited together until a couple of days before the car was stolen. And the place where he lived, evidently, which was under construction, somebody left the gate open. Well, that's the person who she ought to sue for leaving the gate open, which allowed her car to be stolen.
Sure.
Not her husband.
Agreed.
Ridiculous.
I was coming from being chased.
There was no speeding car following you. They should have been right behind you.
I turned, and I guess maybe they kept going straight.
I guess not.
Yeah.
This is Judy Justice. Andre Skates is suing motorist Melissa LaChapelle for vehicle and property damage.
Court come to order. All rise.
Have a seat, please.
Judge, case 3132, Skates versus LaChapelle.
Thank you.
You're welcome.
Miss LaChapelle, I'm going to start with you because this case is relatively simple. You hit his parked car and moved it from the street where it was by virtue of the force of the hit onto somebody else's lawn.
Yes, ma'am.
And the date that you did that was May 1st of last year. What time of the day?
I believe it was in the afternoon.
What do you mean you believe it was in the afternoon? How many times have you hit a parked car?
My first
Well, then I would know
accident.
what time it was. Approximately what time was it on May 1st?
Around 2, 3 o'clock.
In the afternoon.
Yes.
Where were you coming from?
I was coming from being chased.
Where were you coming from?
Prior to the accident, I was just sitting in a parked car. So I was driving, and I had a conference call come in, so I just pulled over so I don't
You
drive
pulled over
far.
randomly. And parked where?
On Florence and Western.
How far is that from where you hit his parked car?
Maybe about a couple of miles.
Did it take you 5 minutes to get there? 10 minutes to get there? How long were you traveling?
15 minutes.
So you were driving for 15 minutes from the time your car was parked until you got to where you hit his car.
Yes, ma'am.
And what kind of car were you driving?
A Dodge Journey.
Was it your car?
Yes, ma'am.
Was it totaled as a result of this accident?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay, now you're going to tell me the story that you're going to tell me about the circumstances surrounding your hitting his parked car.
Well, on September 16th of 2022, I had a hair appointment. I showed up at my hairdresser, and there was no show, no call. So moving forward, I set an appointment with another young lady in the salon, and I got my hair done. And so when I reached to make the payment to pay her, I came across being scammed. So I explained to
Came
her,
across being...
scam, like someone hacked my bank account for the funds.
Okay, and you have proof of that from your bank.
No, I do not have
So,
that.
so the
My
answer
bank
is,
account.
just a second. So the answer is, you do not have any proof as to the beginning of this story.
No,
Okay.
I have no proof of the bank account being hacked.
Well, but you showed the hairdresser, according to you, that your bank account had been hacked. That's why you couldn't pay her.
Correct.
Well, I'm just asking you for proof of that.
No, I don't have it on me.
So you don't have it.
No.
Well, that's easy enough to get. Your bank account was hacked. We're not talking about 30 years ago. We're talking about a year and a half ago. So you would have had that if the story you're giving me is true. What's the name of the hairdresser? Have you ever used her since?
No, never.
No. What was the name of the hairdresser that you had an appointment with that you didn't see that day? Have you seen her since?
Not since the incident of wrecking his car. I seen her on that day.
So you haven't seen either the person you were supposed to see or the person you stiffed in September of 2022,
No.
right? And then, allegedly, on the day of this incident, you saw one of them?
Yes.
Yes. As you were sitting in a parked car where you had randomly pulled over to make a conference call. I'm just following the story. And then what you said in your answer was these people started to chase you.
They started to vandalize and attack me in my car first.
So you took off.
Yes.
Now, you had been on a conference call. Did you stop the conference call?
I just
a
dropped
second.
the phone.
The answer is you stopped the conference call.
Yes.
But you still had your phone.
Yes.
and somebody was chasing you, according to you, for 15 minutes in your car where you were with your phone. Just want to know that.
Yes, ma'am.
Someone was chasing you.
Yes, ma'am.
It's a lot of baloney. Okay, so you hit his parked car, and this was a 1981 Oldsmobile Cutlass, is that right?
Yes.
That you had been working on, restoring. Now, when had you purchased it?
I purchased it in, when did I purchase that? It was
Just a second, the questions get harder. When had you purchased it? A month before, a week before, a year before?
2.5 years ago.
When you purchased the car, who did you purchase it from?
I don't have his last name, but I have it in my phone. But his name was Jose, and he was from San Diego, and that's where I purchased it from.
And how much did you pay him for the car?
I paid him $10,000 for it.
And you also have proof of that?
Yes.
I'd like to see it.
Well, I'm gonna put it, I don't think I brought the bill of sale with me, though. That sucks. I know you needed that. Do I got the bill of sale? No, I don't have the bill of sale. Hold on. Let me see. It's in my phone from that date. Where did it go down?
Yes or no, sir? That's a very easy thing. Don't waste my time here if you don't have a bill of sale in your phone.
I don't have it in my phone.
Okay, very good. And you don't have it there. Okay.
Andre Skates claims motorist Melissa LaChapelle owes for damages after Melissa struck his classic Oldsmobile Cutlass. Melissa says she was fleeing from a dangerous situation.
Now, you say that you were notified that your car was hit. You were either on your way to or from work. What kind of work do you do?
Security.
And you left your house. I assume it's a private house. Do you rent or do you own?
I rent.
How much do you pay in rent?
$1,000
To whom?
to the landlord.
How do you pay him?
I pay him through Cash App.
And you were driving to work, is that right?
Yes.
Okay, what kind of car do you have?
2008 Jeep Grand Cherokee SRT.
Do you have a note on the car or do you owe it free and clear?
Yes, I do have a note on it.
And you pay for your car payment from a bank account, right?
Yes.
I'd like to see your bank account where you paid $10,000 for this car.
Oh, you'd like to see it? Oh.
Oh, yeah, I want to see that. Because I assume if I said to you, could I see a check for the $10,000, you don't have a check.
No, because I
No,
pay cash.
just a second. Well, you don't carry $10,000 in cash because you can transfer the cash just like you do for your landlord.
Yes,
right?
yes, yes. And you don't want to carry
For
that
your
amount.
car payment. So that's the way your generation, not mine, but your generation pay things. They walk over to a machine and they go like this with their phone, and it's paid. So you pay your other bills that way, sir. So you don't walk around with cash. I want to see where you had $10,000 in the bank 2 years ago.
I know you're going to ask me that. Okay.
You want to see a photo?
Yeah. Okay.
So they range. There's some that are very expensive, like $28,000 that I've seen that are fully restored.
This is the 81, yeah.
Yeah, but then there are some that were not restored that I saw for about $8,000 or $9,000.
Not restored.
Yeah.
Okay, great. Thank you. While he's looking, you have a copy of the police report?
No, we didn't have a police report because no one was injured.
That's not why you don't have a police report on that kind of an accident. Could have killed somebody.
Yeah.
Okay, Mr. Skates, let's go. Do you have it or do you not have it?
Yeah, I'm pretty sure I have it. It was 2 years ago, so I got to go all the way back.
Well, you should have had it with you. You're suing her for $10,000. So all I want to see is how much you paid for the car. You say you paid $10,000.
Yeah, I know.
You don't have a bill of sale. I just want to see where you had $10,000 in the bank, and then it was paid out to Jose. You do understand, Mr. Skates, that that would be on you. You have a whole bunch of papers there. You do not have a bill of sale on the car. You don't have any proof of what you paid for the car, except your word that you paid $10,000 for it. It's very easy to go back and get those records. We're not talking about 30 years ago.
I know.
I know. You got a whole lot of papers there that are irrelevant. And your insurance company, according to you, valued the car at $3,500 and paid you because you did have insurance on it.
Yes.
So all I want to see is what you paid for it.
No, I'm trying to.
Just a second. You have a video of this accident?
Yeah, I do.
Keep looking.
Okay. All right.
Do you have a video of this accident?
Yes, I do.
Play it. I want to see what the car looked like. Well, for the people who were chasing you, because now you hit the car, they should have been right behind you. Right? I'm looking at this, and now you're all slowed down because you fit a car. I don't see one car pass by there. Not a one.
Correct.
Yes, correct. Of course, it's correct.
I turned, and I guess maybe they kept going straight. And then that's when I had the accident.
I guess not. Okay. Mr. Skates, I want to tell you, your exercise in exploring your phone to find proof that you paid $10,000 for this car is going nowhere. Got it?
Yes.
Now, you insured the car, correct? This old car, because it was going to have value once you restored it.
Yes.
Now, restored, the average price is about $10,000. That's what Sarah tells me, correct?
It ranges, but I could find a couple if you want.
No, it ranges 9, 10, 11. It can go anywhere around that amount, but that's fully restored, right?
Well, restored means like when that's mint condition. Like, 'cause when it's in mint condition, that's how much it would go for, like 9 or 10,000. But the features that were on the car were extra couple little features that people like on those cars, which is the stick in the floor and the T-top features that are on there. That
I have no idea, sir. Show me what the car looked like before she hit it.
There you go, right here. This is the one with the rims. Here goes one. Where's the other one at?
Oh, that's good look. Running, were you able to drive it back from Jose's?
No, I had to get it towed.
So when you bought it, it was not running?
No.
So you didn't pay $10,000 for it?
Yes, I did.
Yeah, I don't believe that, sir. There's one car available for sale that's a 1981 Oldsmobile Cutlass that's drivable, that's $5,100, not fully restored. That's today.
That's why I was saying the features that it has on
I don't care about the features. You bought a non-running car that had to be restored to running so that you could resell it. You hoped for a profit, but there's no way you spent $10,000 on the car, because then if you were putting in all new parts and restoring it, you would never be able to recoup your money.
Yes, you can.
No.
Can I explain? Because I put a lot of money into it, and the resale value once.
Just a second.
Okay.
So far, I don't believe that you paid $10,000 for it, not running. Now you're going to show me what you put into the car.
Okay.
You see, if you told me the truth, sir, and if the insurance company only paid you $3,500, I would have paid you what the value of a non-running car would be, plus everything that you put into it, less the $3,500 that the insurance company paid you for it. So if you have everything that you put into it, the only thing you don't have is what you paid for it. Am I correct?
Yes, you're correct on that part.
Okay, so now let me see what you put into it.
Oh.
Trey Skates has accused motorist Melissa LaChapelle of being chased by another vehicle.
Now, all of your receipts for the car parts that you purchased total $9,393. Less the $3,500 that you were paid by your insurance leaves just for the parts alone $5,893. Even if you paid $5,000 for the car, you're at $10,000. Do you understand?
Yes.
So if you would given me a figure that I understood, because right now you want me to believe that a man who works very hard in security paid $10,000 for the car and $10,000 for parts.
Yes.
And the average range for the car is?
Between 9 and 18.
Between 9 and 18,000.
Yes.
To buy a restored car, and you've already put in $20,000 in the car before you sold it. And I don't even know if it was ready to be sold. Do you understand?
That's how much I was going to sell it for. It was like $20,000. That's what I was trying to explain.
Just so I understand that. You've already, if you want me to believe, sir, that you bought the car for 10, you're already at 20. So even if you sold the car for its highest price, which is 20, you'd be breaking even.
This is a turning point of the case. The plaintiff has now laid out her theory that the vehicle was stolen because the defendant allegedly moved it, left access to it, and parked it in an area where a gate was reportedly left open during maintenance. But from a legal standpoint, proving negligence requires more than showing that something bad happened afterward. The court must determine whether the defendant actually breached the duty of care and whether that conduct directly caused a loss. Emotionally, it's easy to see why tensions are running high. This couple had already experienced a divorce, remarriage, and ongoing disagreements before the theft ever occurred. That history clearly influences how each side views the events. But here's the question for you. If a spouse is trying to help and something goes wrong, should they automatically be held legally responsible for the outcome? Keep that thought in mind as Judge Judy weighs not just the facts, but the legal relationship between these two parties.
Can I see just the proof from your insurance company, please, of what they paid you out on the car? And her insurance paid you, is that right?
No.
Was your insurance?
Oh, you said my insurance? Yeah, my insurance paid me, not her.
Why didn't you? Hey,
Her insurance paid me.
Yes.
put your phone down.
Oh, I have it on my email. Oh,
Why didn't your insurance pay him out?
I didn't have insurance. I was switching my insurance policy to a new company.
Oh,
And I got
so
into
just
an
a second.
accident.
So when there was a traffic report, you told the police you had AAA insurance, because that's what's in the report.
No, they asked me for my information, and that's what I told them.
Well,
But
I said that's what you told them. You told them that you had insurance and AAA was your insurance company.
Well,
and that's a lie.
the paperwork
Just a
that I
second.
had.
That's a lie. You told them that you had insurance and you didn't have insurance, and there was no speeding car following you.
I did not tell them I had insurance. I told them the truth, that the same thing I told you.
No, you didn't, because then they would have given you a summons for driving your car without insurance if you created that kind of an accident. Did they give you a summons? No.
No.
Okay. Some piece of work. Is that,
Yes.
is that correct? Okay, where is the car now?
The car,
It's not an answer. Where is the car now?
in front of my yard.
Okay, so you have it.
Yes,
And this incident took place on May the 1st.
yes.
Why is it still at your house?
Because I plan on getting another one and rebuilding it.
So you plan on using it?
Well, I plan on using it for parts because I can't do anything else with it.
Or
Let's
you
set-
plan
I
on
mean,
using it for parts, whatever it is. Do you have a photograph of it?
Yes, I
Now,
do.
I'd like to take a look at it.
There's a couple more.
Oh. Yeah, there's no way you can use this car.
I was planning on, if I took her to court and won some money, I was going to try to buy another one, rebuild it, use some of the parts off of that one, and try to get my car back, you know? That's just, I mean, it's a big loss for me. But, I mean, what am I going to do? I mean, that's all, only way I can see I can get back, you know?
Okay. Valuing the car at $10,000, which is $9,000 for what you put into the car. I have no idea what you paid for it. You got $3,500. I'm awarding you a judgment, sir, of $6,500 against the defendant. Judgment for the plaintiff in the amount of $6,500. We're finished here. I would have taken your license away.
This court is adjourned.
Because I was running from someone chasing me for my life. It was self-defense.
That she was being chased by some girls, that they stole some hair or something like that. And I was like, well, where are they? We didn't see anybody there. If they were chasing you, why didn't they stop and come and get you? Why didn't you crash? Because that was their time to get you if they were going to get you.
Because the person was not turned down the street as me, so it is what it is.
But then she mentioned it to the judge, but didn't mention it to the police. And she said it to me because I was wondering why you were going so fast down a narrow street with a bump on it. And that's what she said, that some girls were chasing her over some hair.
I am still driving, but not that vehicle. It's total.
It's time to get a new one.
Evidence is a great indicator of truth. And I think that if the defendant's story was true, that she was being chased and harassed by these two hairdressers, you have your phone in your car. You laid it out perfectly, that you make a quick 911. You call them and you say, oh my God, these crazy people are chasing me. or none of it ever happened.
Or when you finally cause an accident like that and your car is severely damaged and there's nobody chasing you, you stop to wait for the police. And when the police finally come, because she was looking to boot out of there, you say, these women were chasing me. I know who they were.
Yeah.
You would create a police report.
Yep.
Just a whole lot of who shot John. It's unbelievable to me that people can make up interesting stories. In 2022, she had one hairdresser appointment. She had
Very intricate.
Very, very intricate. Nobody has any proof.
Yeah, they never do.
Sometimes they do, but not in fishtails like this. So you moved in with your aunt and uncle.
I was told that I was using them.
And it was a heated argument.
I had to contact the police to get my things.
That is not true.
I lost my dad, so I never really got to have a connection with them. So this was an opportunity to really be a part of their life.
This is Judy Justice. Kaylee Kovleski is suing her aunt, Brenda LaFountain, for personal belongings after moving out of Brenda's house.
Court come to order. All rise.
Have a seat, please.
Case number 3024, Lukoski versus Fountain.
Thank you.
You're welcome.
You were in the military?
Yes, ma'am.
And when did you get out of the military?
December 14th, ma'am.
December 14th of 2022?
Yes, ma'am.
At that time, you had no job, you had no place to live, and the defendant is your aunt.
Yes, ma'am.
I assume you called her and asked her if you could live with her?
No, ma'am. My mom refused to pick me up from the Appleton airport.
And?
My aunt, Brenda, was the only option at the time.
Just a second. My question to you is, she would have to know that you needed a place to live. The question is designed to elicit an answer. Did you call her or did she call you?
I called my mom, and my mother called my Aunt Kelly, which is Brenda's sister, and worked it out with Brenda that I would stay with her.
I didn't ask you about staying with. When did you first have a conversation with your aunt?
The day she picked me up from the airport.
What date?
December 15th.
She picked you up from the airport. Had you had any conversation with her prior to her getting to the airport? How you would be arriving, what time, where to pick you up, where you would meet? Did you have any conversation either by text or on the phone?
No, ma'am, I did not have a cell phone.
So you had no conversation with her?
No, ma'am.
Okay. December 15th, she picked you up, got into the car, and?
We went back to her house with my Aunt Kelly and Brenda, and I moved there.
Well, tell me how that happened. You're a big girl. Tell me how that happened.
Yes, ma'am. I got back from the airport. They picked me up. We went back to her house. We figured everything out.
Not figured everything out. Not figured everything out. You said to her, she said to you, somebody said, you don't have a place to live. Could I live with you? I want to hear that.
Yes, ma'am. They said I could stay rent-free.
Not they.
Brenda said I could stay rent-free.
Well, how did she know you didn't have a place to live? Did you tell her you had no money and no place to live?
Yes, ma'am.
Oh, well, that's what I want to know.
Yes, ma'am.
When did that conversation take place?
The night after picking me up at the airport on December 15th.
So where did you sleep that night?
At Brenda's house.
Okay. And had you ever lived with your aunt before?
No, ma'am.
So you moved in with your aunt and uncle, and they agreed that you could stay there until you got on your feet?
Yes, ma'am.
Now, there's nothing wrong with you, right?
No, ma'am.
What city and state do you live in?
I live in New Holstein, Wisconsin.
Okay. And so you moved in December. Lots of temporary jobs around Christmas. Did you get a job?
Yes, ma'am.
What were you doing?
I was putting together molds for birdseed.
How much were you paid?
I was paid around $17 an hour.
How long did that job last?
2 months, ma'am.
From January to February?
Yes, ma'am.
Did you pay any expenses to your aunt and uncle while you were working in January and February?
No, ma'am.
What date did you move out?
March 20th, ma'am.
Where were you working in March?
I was a guest service member. I would tend to customers as in like a cashier and
how much were you making there?
$16.50, ma'am.
How much money did you put away during this period of time, January, February, and March, where you were working and not paying any rent?
I had about $500 in my bank. I did get in a really bad car accident, and in that time period, so...
Which time period?
I got into a car accident in late February.
Whose car?
My car.
When did you buy a car?
This was before boot camp, ma'am.
So you had a car. You had to get the car from someplace. Where did you leave the car when you went into the armed services?
Stevens Point, Wisconsin, where I was born.
At whose house?
My friend that I was staying with before boot camp.
So you were in a car accident sometime in February?
Yes, ma'am.
And so no payments to your aunt in January, February, or March. And tell me about when they asked you to leave.
It was an argument. I calmly sat down and I was told that I was, quote unquote, a burden and using them. And it was a very heated argument on that I do nothing around the house while, I was living there. And I refused to put up with that because I did do a fair share amount while they were using my information to get heat assistance and food stamps. And so it's not like I didn't provide them any help. They had help through the state.
Well, that's not you helping them.
No, ma'am.
Right. That has nothing to do with you. So you left.
Yes.
And it was a heated argument. And that argument took place on what date?
That argument took place, if I remember correctly, on March 18th.
And you left March 20th.
Yes, ma'am.
So on March 20th, you decided to leave.
Yes.
Great. And you packed all your stuff.
No, ma'am.
Well, you should have, because that's what this case is about. You should have. If you decided to leave on March 18th after living with your aunt and uncle on their dime for 3 months, and you decided to leave after a heated argument, according to you, on March 18th, you should have packed all your underwear and left, not leave a few things with tags on it.
Yes, ma'am.
You should say to your aunt and your uncle, thank you very much for taking care of me for 3 months, not sue them.
I never got to really know my aunt that much, so I wanted to have space after the argument to try to, like, decompress because I don't do well with
What do you mean? What do you mean? Just a second. What do you mean you don't know your aunt too well?
I lost my dad, so I never really got to have a connection with them. I lived in Stevens Point with my mom, and so this was an opportunity to really, like, live with my aunt and be a part of their life.
Okay, I'm not going to get into your history because I see that you're getting too emotional. That's not going to happen. What I'm suggesting to you is, especially if it's someone that you don't have a connection with, who did you a kindness and it unfortunately didn't work out. Your response to that is not suing them for some alleged underwear that you left behind when you had time to pack all your stuff. Did you still have a car, or was it totaled in the February accident?
I did not have a car anymore.
Okay, so who picked you up from your aunt and uncle's house?
My best friend, Emily, did.
Okay.
It was March 18th. I slept over for 2 days and made the final decision to move out on the 20th. I have the text messages here.
So you slept at your friend's house March 18th and March 19th.
Yes, ma'am.
And you brought clothes with you.
Yes, ma'am, a week's worth.
And March 20th, you decided to move out completely.
Yes, ma'am.
Good. And you went back to the house?
Yes, and all the doors were locked.
That is not true.
Shh. Did you ultimately go into the house?
No, ma'am.
You never went back into the house after March 18th?
No, ma'am.
Well, then what did you go there for on March 20th?
I had to contact the police to get my things, which they packed up. They refused to let me in the house. And then
okay.
I went back into the house March 20th to pick up my belongings that were set outside.
Okay, well, that's fine. You took the important stuff with you because you were going for a week, so anything valuable you took with you. Okay, let's get to your counterclaim. Your counterclaim is you claim that your niece damaged the house while she was living there.
Yes, Your Honor.
Show me. Show me.
I have many pictures and an estimate for the damages of the...
You sure about this? You sure about you want me to see this?
Yes, please.
Okay, good.
Kaylee Kovleski claims her aunt, Brenda LaFountain, is wrongfully keeping her belongings. Brenda is countersuing Kaylee for property damage.
Okay, what I see here is a mess. I don't know what this is. What is this?
That is a burn from a candle on top of a new dresser.
Of a dresser.
Nightstand.
I assume this is you showing me that she left a bowl of food on here.
Yes, ma'am.
But, okay, not nice, but I'm getting to know it. I'm getting to understand it. And this? I mean, was that the same day? Was that March 18th? Was it March 20th? Or did you go?
March 20th, I'm sorry.
Oh, okay. I finally moved into where I'm staying. Everything is unpacked, and I realized that I'm...
Underwear, Your Honor.
Pennies?
Panties.
And that I don't have 90% of my regular underwear, so I will be over tomorrow to grab those.
Yes.
That was on April 9th.
I have the text messages before that.
I don't care about the text messages before that. You moved out on March 20th, and you're sending her something on April 9th that you finally unpacked and you realize you're missing underwear.
Yes, because they packed up my stuff on March 20th, Your Honor.
Yeah, this was April 9th.
I realized that I was missing my stuff.
On when? On April 9th.
When I finally had the opportunity to go through my things fully.
Okay, well, I'm sorry about that. Okay, the only thing I want to show you, aside from the mess and the food mess, the only picture that I want to show you is this, and I want you to tell me how this happened.
Your Honor, did you get to the closet?
Yeah, I don't care about the closets. I want you to tell me how that happened.
So this is a rabbit hide, Your Honor. It's a real rabbit hide.
Not the rabbit hide. I'm not talking about the rabbit hide. I'm talking about what happened under the rabbit hide.
Applied to it, so the bottom of the hide, that's what it is.
How did that happen?
You have a wax melter for scent that they gave to me.
So you burned something on that. It got too hot, and the bottom of whatever that skin is.
Yes, ma'am.
Okay, so that was you.
Yes, ma'am.
How much is it going to cost to refinish the top of that? Do you have an estimate for that?
No, ma'am, I do not.
Okay, that's too bad. Your claim is dismissed. You should say thank you to your aunt and uncle, and you left the house pretty messy when you left there.
Yes, ma'am.
Okay, we're done.
This court is adjourned.
It is what it is.
She did notice that Kaylee's room was a disastrous mess.
I was given a place to stay by my aunt, and that was nice of her, but she's just not a good person.
She was an entitled brat, and we were not going to play into that.
I'm just ready to move forward. Yeah.
I wish her the best in her.
I knew there had to be more to the story there when the plaintiff said, first, right off the bat, that her mother refused to pick her up from boot camp. That sounds unusual to someone who hears it, so I knew there had to be more there, but I felt bad for this aunt and uncle. It seemed like they were, again, no good deed goes unpunished. They took her in, and they had a kerfuffle, as you would say. You know, they didn't get along. She was a little messy.
Not a little messy.
She didn't learn that at boot camp, but no. They didn't mesh well, and maybe it wasn't the relationship the plaintiff was hoping that she would find or uncover, in her new family.
Sounds to me as if she took advantage of them.
Little
The
bit.
condition of that room.
I didn't see all the photos that you saw. I saw portions of them,
The
but
condition of that room was deplorable, really deplorable. And food in there, and old food, dried up food, and this is their home.
I'd have to be very comfortable with my closest aunt and uncle to
Yeah.
even eat in the bedroom. So I agree with that point.
I don't even allow Poppy to eat in the bedroom.
Well, that's fair.
Yeah, it's unfortunate that they did something that they thought was good, and it turned out to be really bad.
Yeah.
And shouldn't discourage people from wanting to help them.
Help.
But gratitude is a good word. Yeah. So of the ones that they ordered.
There were a lot of changing designs that took up our time, that took up our money, that we didn't charge him for. That is not our fault. We don't make the design. I don't know if that makes sense.
That sounds like a yada, yada, yada.
This is Judy Justice. Bailiff Cassandra Britt is standing in for Bailiff Kevin Roscoe, and Law Clerk Alexi Mincer is sitting in for Law Clerk Sarah Rose. Isaiah Kamchan and Brandon Uloa are suing their former supplier, Manuel Garcia, for the cost of a T-shirt order.
Order in the court. All rise.
Have a seat, please.
Case number 3072, Kamchan Ulola versus Garcia.
Thank you. Who is Mr. Kamchan? You were starting up a business, T-shirt business.
Correct.
The defendant was also in business. He makes shirts. I assume you were having them made to sell them either online or at events.
Correct.
You don't have a store, is that right?
Online store.
Online. What's the name of your company?
Risen Athletics.
Reason?
Risen.
Risen. Spell it.
RIZIN space athletics.
And where are they incorporated?
Ceres, California.
In the state of California.
In the state of California.
And it's a corporation. You have a license. You've incorporated it.
Correct.
Here.
There's a website, about 9 items of clothing.
May I see it, please? Sure. Make it go. Could you go back to, okay, I just want to see where they order them from. Great. And what's the name of your company, sir?
MFP Studios?
MFP Studios.
Correct.
Where are you located?
Los Angeles.
How long have you been in business, Mr. Kamchan?
About a year and a half.
Did you make any money the first year you were in business?
Yes.
How much?
Approximately 10,000, a little over.
Nice. In that first year, did you get any merchandise from Mr. Garcia?
We did.
So you made some money from the merchandise?
Not from his clothing, actually.
Not from his. What other company do you deal with?
We did wholesaling through Champion, the website.
Champion is a wholesaler? I thought they were a retailer.
So they have a website where you can wholesale and buy a bunch of garments that they allow you to reprint on and sell. So that's what we did originally.
I found an Instagram page for MFP Studios. The website is coming soon.
I have the website currently closed right now.
Currently closed.
Yeah.
You what?
Yeah, our website opens and closes like periodically, so right now it's actually closed. But if you would like, I can go and open it for you guys so you guys can take a look at it.
I want to know why it closes, Mr. Garcia. What does that mean?
So usually the way that my company works is that we do custom manufacturing for specific brands, so it's very customized. But at times I do produce blanks on my own where I'll put on my website. Currently we don't have any, so my website is closed until we produce them and then we post them on our website. I don't know if that makes sense.
Doesn't make sense. How much money did the plaintiffs send you to produce T-shirts for them? How much money
did the T-shirts?
How much money did the plaintiffs send you to produce T-shirts for them? And I'd like to see the order.
Okay.
Can I see all the papers?
Would be the invoices for the T-shirts.
Thank you. Did they pay all of these invoices?
Yes.
Lex, would you add up these invoices for me, please? How many T-shirts were they supposed to have?
Total should have been approximately 320.
Is that correct?
That's correct.
That's correct.
How many did they receive? That's what this case is about.
Correct. They should have received at least 180.
So about half.
Correct.
It's not true.
Just a second.
Okay.
And you got paid.
Correct.
Well, at least for that number of shirts, they get their money back, right?
Duh.
For the number of T-shirts that you didn't send them, they get their money back.
Well, there was a couple other things that were taking into place, so that's
like
kind of
what?
the issue. So there was a lot of changes that were being made.
Hold on a second, Lexi.
7996.
7996 is the total of all those invoices. Great. All I'm saying to you, Mr. Garcia, this is the case that we hear about. They're complaining that they got some T-shirts, but they were not what they ordered. You acknowledge that they didn't get half the T-shirts at all, and you didn't make them, and your website is now offline.
Well, that happens like every...
I don't care.
Yeah, okay.
I don't care. I don't know any other company that takes their website offline. I mean, I don't understand that.
I could give you a list of a couple.
I don't want you to give me a list of any. I want you to tell me why they're not entitled to at least half their money back.
So like I was stating, there was a bunch of other changes. So them not being happy with the garments that they received, that at the end of the day, I can't control. That is what they've ordered. I sent them pictures. I'm
talking about the ones that they didn't receive, sir, not the ones that they did.
Okay.
They were not happy, which they will tell me about the half that they received. You acknowledge that you didn't send them half of the ones that they ordered.
Correct.
Well, why should they pay for those? That's what I'm asking you to answer.
Yeah, and that's kind of what I'm trying to explain. So
try to explain it to me so that Alexi understands it. He's much smarter than I am.
So when it comes down to custom manufacturing, there's a lot of other components that come into place. There were a lot of changing designs. There was a lot of remaking of screens for us to get the design onto the T-shirt that we had to do, that took up our time, that took up our money, that we didn't charge him for. So that's kind of where everything in terms of like the money goes to, is what we're saying. It's like, okay, if you're gonna be making all these changes and then you're not happy with it, if you can see, I have pictures of me sending them a print of the T-shirt and them saying, oh, the print looks different. At the end of the day, we don't work on the designs. We don't change their designs. Whatever they send us is what we put on the T-shirt. If it doesn't come right on the T-shirt, that is not our fault. We don't make the design.
That sounds like a yada, yada, yada.
Isaiah Kamchan and Brandon Uloa claim their former supplier, Manuel Garcia, did not properly fulfill their T-shirt order and owes them a refund.
Let me see if I can give you the Reader's Digest of what he was saying and tell me if that's what you understood. Would you do that for me? They ordered 320 T-shirts. For all intents and purposes, and because of our easy math, he sent them half. They paid for 320. What he's saying is because they kept making changes, they spent more time on the half that they got, so they didn't feel that they had to send them the other half. Is that what you're getting?
Yes.
That's a duh. Do you understand? That's a duh. You know, I'm trying to think of an analogous situation for you. I'm a dentist starter, and I know that sometimes in my father's business, somebody would come in and he'd look at a tooth and he'd say, you know what? It's a simple filling, you know, and going to charge so much. And then he started to work. Patient said, okay, you know, that's a reasonable figure, and he started to work. And all of a sudden he found, well, there was a little something else in there that he really had to do in order to do what he said he could do for $20. Mm-hmm. And so it took him more time. You think he charged the patient for that? No, he didn't. So you at least owe them half of what they sent you. They sent you $8,000. Let's make it nice and easy because I'm an easy girl. And you didn't send them half the T-shirts. Mm-hmm. Now we're going to talk about the T-shirts that you did send them. Because are we finished with the ones that you didn't?
Yep.
Yep. Now we're going to go to the ones that they did send. And you have to show me why they were unsatisfactory. Pick it up.
Perfect.
So this is the sample that we received from him. So like the way samples work is he'll send us the clothing, we'll A-OK it. So we A-OK this. This is a large, by the way. Everything's perfect, everything's great.
Okay, good.
So let me show you the XL and the small.
So this right here I'm holding is an XL. The difference. And you want to see another thing?
Smaller.
This is what I'm holding is a small. We ordered 4 small sizes, small, medium, large, and XL.
Hold on, can I see the smalls?
Yeah.
Can I see?
Still sorry. Here you go.
No. Well, this could be a small, a big small, but small. Can I see the extra small, please?
Extra large.
Extra large?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Same exact size.
They're the same size. The small and the extra large, if you hold them up together, they're exactly the same size.
Lexi, hold these up together, would you please? Let me see. He said they're the same size. I don't think so. Could I? One certainly looked bigger to me, but not a small and an extra large. Okay. Now, this is what I'd like you to do, Cassandra. I want you to send these over to the defendant, and I'd like him to explain to me why these are the same size. One is labeled small, one is labeled extra large. This has nothing to do with a change of design. This has to do with almost math, which, as we all know, is not my strong suit. Okay, so now give me an explanation, sir. This has nothing to do with changing of the design. That has to do with 2 T-shirts that are exactly the same. One says small, one says extra large. Explain it.
This is a very simple fix, so there was just an issue with the tag in the labeling.
Just a second. That's what you sent them.
Yeah, that's
Just
exactly my explanation. No, well, this is for the actual garment. What I was referring to was the print on the design.
No, I'm talking about the actual garment. Did you send that to them?
I did send
Just a second. You sent that to them with a label that was mislabeled.
Correct.
Okay. How many of the mislabeled T-shirts did you send them?
It's a very common mistake in manufacturing. I'm not sure. They didn't give me a number of how many were messed up.
How many?
Exactly 73.
You see, what the problem, Mr. Garcia, is they can't sell those online because if somebody calls and orders a small and they send them a small, it's an extra large. Or if somebody calls and orders an extra large and they get it and it's got a small.
And that could be easily fixed by just changing
Who
the tag.
cares? Yeah. You know, my face could be easily fixed.
Both.
Not so easily anymore.
These are all just fixed.
Yeah.
I mean, they can all be fixed.
Yeah.
When it happens, it doesn't always have to be sent out.
Yada, 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 yada. Okay, so half you didn't send them and 73 you sent them wrong. Of the other half, 73 you sent them wrong.
Correct.
You sent them wrong that they can't resell as you sent them online. I mean, they could send them to a pop-up store and sell them for nothing.
Or
and say, you know, you try it on and see whether it fits you. But you can't sell them online. Otherwise, their business would be destroyed. Okay, what about the rest? Now we're finished with the sizes.
He has claimed to sent us over 180 shirts. That's incorrect. He sent us 123 exactly.
You have any proof that you sent them 180 shirts?
I had them in text messages, but I don't have that phone. But I mean, I'm sure that
everybody that has no case has no phone.
I mean, I have
Mr. Garcia. Everybody that has no proof, everyone then show it to me that you sent them 180 shirts.
Well, I don't have all 180 in the picture. I mean, I don't know if you'll be able to count them, but.
You want me to count them? You're in business. Mr. Garcia.
You want to show her?
No. You're in business, sir. That's not the way you run a business. 120 they sent, and of the 120, how many were you able to sell?
Out of the 120?
Just a second. And out of the 120, does that include the 73 that were wrong size?
Yeah.
Oh, that includes
So
the
we're
70
left with only 50 that weren't labeled incorrectly.
How many shirts did he send you that you were able to sell?
0. We sold none of his shirts.
Because they were mislabeled or you didn't
Mislabeled
get
or
them?
misprinted and didn't get them.
Great. Do you have any text messages between the two of you?
So many.
Anything in specific?
I'd like you to show me one where you say to him, we cannot sell these shirts, they're the wrong size.
We'll show you the demand letter. So we sent him a demand letter, hoping that he'd still try to solve it outside of court, but he never replied to it and just never sent us
So
anything.
here, it'd be us telling him that the items received were not as promised, and the other side would be the lawsuit issue.
Okay. You say in this demand letter that you are requesting, first of all, he doesn't communicate with you when you send him information back and forth. So you say, sir, since you do not wish to communicate us, here's an official demand letter.
Yes.
Correct.
$86.
Correct.
Well, that's not what your lawsuit is here.
Isaiah Kamchan and Brandon Ulloa have accused their former supplier, Manuel Garcia, of owing them a refund after sending the wrong T-shirts.
Okay, did he send you any T-shirts?
No T-shirts.
So how much did you pay him?
All in all, minus the setup fees that we're also suing for, it is exactly...
No.
Oh, sorry.
I want to know where the $15,986 comes from.
So in this order, we did order 320 pairs of shirts, but we also ordered 240 pairs of shorts that we're not suing for.
Why?
He fulfilled that.
He fulfilled the short section.
He filled the short
Yeah,
section.
Yes,
fulfilled the
fulfilled.
shorts.
Is that what's on your website for sale?
Yes.
Yes.
The shorts.
The
Correct.
shorts.
The shorts. So it's just the
shirts,
T-shirts.
yeah.
Shirts.
So you did fulfill the order for the shorts.
Correct.
Do you have a pair of those shorts for me to see? I would just like to take a look at them.
No.
We did not because we weren't aware. We weren't suing for those.
No, I understand that. Did he get the shorts with the same screening as on those, or are they different?
Different screen.
Different design.
So different setup fees, different screens. We paid for that. We're not suing for that portion.
We have
Just
invoices for them, though.
Can I see?
Yeah. Shorts.
Of course, there were shorts on their website, right?
It might be in there.
Are they blue?
Right there.
Yeah,
Blue,
they're
red, and
blue,
black.
red.
Yeah, correct.
These are
Okay.
all invoices, but if you want to show a specific...
And they were
shorts,
okay?
They're going to be
Yeah, they're
here.
okay.
Okay, well, they're on your website, so you're selling them.
Yeah, so that's going to be shorts for prints, and we also...
The T-shirts are not on their website, correct?
There are some. There.
Can I see?
There are two.
So those are not on the website. That's not it. That's certainly not those T-shirts, not the same screen.
Something missing in there is the invoice for the shorts material. We are suing for the screens in that. That's the only reason that invoice that he told us we had to pay for that we owned and we never received as well.
Screens and film.
Yeah, so when...
Tell me, explain that to me.
So when making clothing, you pay for garments and then you have to pay for screens and film. So screens is like these big metal square frames, and then you put a
Did
film
you pay for those?
Yes.
We did, which are in those invoices. The only invoice we're missing is our shorts.
Did you receive those screens?
Well, I made them, so yeah, I had them.
Did you charge them?
Yes, I did charge them for them.
And where are they?
Well, we don't turn in the screen, so so the way that screen printing works is that when you burn screen, you hold them for only 2 months. You don't store them for months and months on end. So after 2 months, if they're not being used, if we're not printing with them, we recycle them.
Mm-hmm.
The films is just a piece of paper that I do have handy. So
He told us that we own them and we could receive them whenever we want them for future references. So that's why we had asked for the...
So you destroy them?
Correct.
Okay. So there we get to the $9,000. Actually, $9,100. Are you, Mr. Garcia, is your company incorporated in California? I forgot the answer to that question. Is not an answer.
No, I mean, I'm self-employed.
You're self-employed. You have a
Sorry.
company, you said.
Yeah.
Well, if you have a company, then you have to be incorporated.
Well, I have like LLC, is that what you're referring to?
Or an LLC. Do you have an LLC?
I do have an LLC, yes.
Do you have what's the name of it?
MFP Studios.
Do you find that registered in the state of California? Is it registered, sir?
It shouldn't, yeah, but it probably won't be under that name. It would be under All Hills.
Under what?
All Hills.
So a different name.
I have the paperwork. I don't know. Doing business as MFP Studios. Why? That's just the way that I was set up. So that when I got an LLC, it was through one of my business partners at first. So then he just gave me
How many
that.
business partners do you have?
I just have one.
Who is
Well, he's
that?
not even a business partner. He just gave me the LLC so I could use it.
Great.
Yeah.
We're finished here. You haven't used his services. I can't say company. You haven't used his services since
No.
2022.
Correct.
Okay. Got it. Judgment for the plaintiff for the amount of $9,100. We're finished.
Thank you, Your Honor.
Case is now closed. Court is adjourned.
His takeaway was the power of credibility. Those plaintiffs came in, they knew exactly how much they paid for each item, they knew exactly what they received, and they had receipts to back it up. And when you have your day in court, it's important you have your arms fully around your own case.
Yeah. And it only made the defendant look that more implausible.
Absolutely.
He started sending me pictures of himself, asking me to send pictures of myself to him.
And what did you say?
I didn't say anything.
Your response to him is, laugh out loud, I'm in bed. He says to you, really, that's hot. Did you try your new toy? I assume that that's not an erector set.
This is Judy Justice. Diane Harris is suing her ex-boyfriend, Scott Corey, for breach of contract and harassment.
All rise.
Have a seat, please.
Hello, Judge. Case 3104, Harris versus Corey.
Thank you.
Welcome.
Miss Harris, in what state do you live?
Las Vegas, Nevada.
How old are you?
33.
Have kids?
Yes, ma'am. A 2-year-old and a 7-year-old.
And you're a single mom?
Yes, ma'am.
How do you know the defendant?
I met him in Arizona through my father.
Your father lives in Arizona?
Yes, ma'am.
So you were visiting him when? When you first met the
When
defendant?
I first met him in June of 2023, sorry.
You met him at your father's house? I want you to tell me how you met.
I did. I met him at my father's house. The first conversation that we had.
Just a second. How do you know her father?
Her father was my neighbor, and that's how I met him, and we became friends really quickly. He was a nice gentleman.
Are you still neighbors?
No, I've moved since.
Where did you move to?
Back to my home state, Minnesota.
When did you move to Minnesota?
That would have been the end of October of 2023.
Okay, so you met him through your father in June of 2023.
Yes.
And according to what I read, you became friends.
Yes.
That fair?
No, that is not true.
Okay. You tell me what happened when you met at her father's house.
We met in August of 2023, the beginning, and we kind of fell in love.
That sound right?
No.
August?
No, it doesn't sound right.
Okay.
It was a month or two before that.
Well, tell me about it. You meant a month or two before that at your father's house. You were visiting your father.
Yes, in June.
What do you do in Las Vegas?
I'm an armed security guard.
And you live alone with your 2 kids?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay. How did you get to Arizona?
I drove.
Whose car?
At the time, it was a rental car, so I drive through Lyft, and they have an app where you can actually get a rental car through their services. So that was the vehicle I was using.
So you didn't have a car of your own?
No.
So you met him in June. And what happened?
We became friends. I started taking trips out to Arizona to see him.
Okay, so that became more than just friends. You don't travel with 2 little children.
Well,
to visit somebody who was just your friend.
So,
just a second.
Okay, sorry.
It was just your friend.
Yes.
Okay. Where did you stay when you went to Arizona to visit him?
My father's or hotel.
Never stayed with him?
No. Well, correction, I did one time.
In what month did you stay with him?
October.
I'm asking
you. September or October, the beginning and the ending of September and October.
For how long?
Just for one night.
What you're suing Mr. Corey for is for $10,000 for breaching a contract to purchase a car for you and damages for you having to use other means of transportation. Now, that's what the case is all about. Because at some point, he went with you to a car dealership in what month?
September of 2023.
Beginning, middle, or end?
Beginning. September 6th, to be exact.
Now, it was also the month of September when you stayed over at his house.
Yes.
And when you went to the dealership on September 5th, you did, in fact, go with him.
Yes.
For what purpose?
To get me a vehicle.
Now, were you going to buy a vehicle? Did you have money to buy a vehicle on your own?
I did. I had a down payment for a vehicle. The whole purpose of him trying to help me is so that I could try to get something lower in a down payment or lower in cost for a vehicle. So he decided to help me on that.
Up until September 5th, had you ever been intimate with the defendant?
No, ma'am.
What about after you spent the night at his house?
No.
No.
No, ma'am.
Where did you sleep?
On the couch.
And he?
Slept on his bed.
Prior to September, had he made any romantic overtures to you?
Yes, ma'am, a few times.
Okay. Tell me what they were.
Text messages, videos of sexual gestures of himself.
No.
Prior to September?
Yes.
So you knew he had more than just a friendly interest in you?
Not quite.
Well, that's ridiculous. You have 2 children. You know when a man is sending you suggestive text messages and sexual videos that he's more interested in you other than as the daughter of his neighbor.
True.
Okay, you're a smart cookie. You don't have to be a genius to figure that out. So you know he had a romantic interest in you. Yes. Did you and the defendant ever discuss you relocating from Las Vegas to Arizona?
No, ma'am.
Okay.
No.
Mr. Corey, you indicate that that is the case, that the plaintiff and you had discussed her relocating to be with you in Arizona.
That is correct, yes.
Do you have any text messages or other messages that would reflect that?
No, I do not. I had changed.
Don't tell me you changed your phone. Everybody comes here, changes the phone. They lost their phone. The dog ate their phone. The kids flushed the phone, whatever it is. The answer is you don't have it.
Correct.
All right.
Diane Harris claims her ex-boyfriend, Scott Corey, broke their car agreement and harassed her.
Mr. Corey, you indicate that the plaintiff and you had discussed her relocating to be with you in Arizona.
Excuse me, Your Honor. We did have a conversation about me actually joining the corrections for the state of Arizona. So that was a conversation we had, but we never had a conversation stating that I was going to just pick up and move from Las Vegas to Arizona.
But you did discuss with him the fact that you were thinking about applying for a job in Arizona.
Yes, ma'am.
In security.
Yes, ma'am.
When was that conversation? What month?
That was in September.
Before the car was purchased?
Yes.
Then you go to the dealership, and it seems his credit is better than yours, you know, the usual whole story. He ends up purchasing the car in his name, and he is on the loan that you took out for the car, and you put down the down payment.
Yes.
Okay. How much of a down payment did you put down?
$1,000.
And how much was the car?
A little over $28,000.
Okay, so far your investment in the car is $1,000.
Plus one car payment also that I have paid on the vehicle.
Okay, and when was that one car payment?
That was in November.
And how much was that car payment?
$400. It was just $400 flat for me.
Now, you got the car September 5th or 6th?
Yes, ma'am.
Did you drive the car the whole month of September?
Yes.
What about the month of October? Did you drive the car?
Yes.
Did you drive the car in November?
Yes.
Did you drive the car in December?
Yes.
Until when in December?
Up until a week ago, ma'am.
So you had the car up until a week ago?
Yeah.
So you had the car September, October, November, and December, and part of January. And your total investment was $1,400. Is that correct?
Yes, ma'am.
Well, that's what I'm asking you. So let's do the math.
Ma'am, there is a reason, if I can just say, there's a reason why that's all I put down. Since the loan is in his name, he had to actually add me to the account for me to make these payments. I didn't trust sending him the cash. So I had him add me on the account so that I can make payments from my bank account. Mm-hmm. He ended up taking me off of the account to where I couldn't make any payments on the vehicle. So that's why.
Okay. If I believed your whole story, that you were just friends and that there was no intimacy between you, if I believe that, which I could believe, but there's no question in my mind that you knew that his interest in you was more than just friendly. Now you have a $30,000 car, which he's stuck with. You've told him that, well, I'm thinking about coming to Arizona, applying for a job there. He is clearly thinking more that this friendship is going to proceed more, and you are letting him go through the process of thinking that. There's no question in my mind about that. There's no question in my mind about that. Listen, he says that the relationship was more than you are expressing to me. Would that be a fair statement, sir?
Yes, ma'am.
It was never more, but okay.
Okay, well, that's what he's saying. Whether it was or whether it wasn't, it's clearly something that he wanted and that you knew that he wanted, and he had a $30,000 obligation. You ended up not moving to Arizona, and after you got the car in September. You stayed with him one night at his house, one night in September. What happened in October?
I haven't seen him since. That
Why?
was the last time that I saw him.
Why?
The arguments that we've been getting into?
No. What arguments? So in September, you get the car. So there were no arguments. When did you start to have arguments?
Like right after, even a little bit before. We had arguments before. He has a drinking problem, so we would get in random arguments, random fights and stuff like that.
He's got a drinking problem and he got into arguments before. You still let him buy a car.
I didn't know it was that bad.
Why did you stop after you got the car communicating with him?
Because he wanted more from me. He was asking more of me and wanting me to do things that I wasn't comfortable doing.
Like what?
Like sexual actions that he wanted to do with me and...
Yeah, okay. So I've sort of created a scenario which he doesn't even have to participate in. You drove a car September, October, November, December, and January, 5 months, and in total you paid $1,400 or $280 a month for the privilege of driving a $30,000 car. That's pretty reasonable, isn't it? Can't rent a car for $280 a month. You go to work?
Yes, ma'am.
And you get to work how? Because it's part of your damages.
I was getting to work with the vehicle.
Not this car. How are you getting to work prior to this car? You worked as security. How are you getting to
the
work?
rental car through the Lyft services, as I told you.
A rental?
Yes.
What kind of car?
It's whatever they give you. Sometimes you got to trade it in, so it's whatever they give you.
Great. And you pay for that by the day, by the week, by the month? How do you pay for it?
It's weekly.
How much do you pay weekly for it?
$680 a week.
$680 a week?
Yes, ma'am.
Well, there's no question then for these 5 months, you made out like a bandit because you only paid for the total time that you had the car $280 a month, right?
Yes.
Yeah. And then he said, well, this isn't working out the way I thought it was. See, you don't have to say much. This isn't working out the way I thought it was. This is not a romance, right? Which is why I put my name on this loan to begin with. Is that a fair statement?
That's not what it was supposed to be. That's
What was it
not
supposed?
why he put his name on the
Tell me why you think he put his name on it.
He didn't
Mr.
even
Corey.
know me well enough to even want to have an intimate relationship with me.
Tell
nor
me
my
why
kids.
you think. Tell me why you think then he went with you and signed the loan. Tell me why you think he did that.
I think he did that because he was under the influence. First of all, because he's always drinking.
If that's true, if you think that he was under the influence of alcohol and therefore was not in a position to make a decision, that's easy for me. Then your case is dismissed for that reason because he couldn't make a contract with you to buy you a car if he didn't have the mental capacity to do that. You want to come up with a different reason?
It's just something that he always done.
You have no case, Miss Harris. You drove a car. You drove a car.
What about the harassment and all that stuff?
You have no case with regard to the car. You have no case with regard to the car. That's it. You paid $1,400. He's not obligated to buy you a car.
Okay, ma'am, but I wasn't able to make those payments on the vehicle.
Whether you were or whether you weren't, you didn't. You drove a car for 5 months. You paid $280. It is a fraction of what you were paying before to get to and from work. So you're really not out any money.
In December,
Go buy a new car. Listen to me. Clearly, there was a misunderstanding between the two of you to the extent of where this relationship was going.
But in December, he took me off the account, so I was only able to pay that 1 month.
I don't care. You're not out any money.
Diane Harris is accusing her ex-boyfriend, Scott Corey, of refusing to pay for the car he purchased for her. She also claims Scott harassed her with inappropriate text messages.
Now, the other part of your lawsuit is for harassment. So now you're going to tell me when the harassment started and what it is.
The harassment started late September, late in the month, probably like the 15th or the 16th.
Well, you said you stayed over at his house the end of September or the beginning of October. That's
No, it was the beginning of September.
No.
That's when I got the car.
No, that's not what you told me. You told me you stayed at his house at the end of September. Would you find that spot for me? I may be mistaken. That is possible.
She said September or October, the beginning, the ending of September, October.
That's exactly what she said. The end of September or the beginning of October. You got the car September 5th and you stayed with him, according to you, one night at the end of September. That's what you testified to.
Okay, well, it was September 5th, the night that I stayed. I stayed at his house the day before we went to get the car. The car was
then you made,
September
just a
5th.
second, then you made a mistake. You made a mistake. You didn't stay at his house. You stayed at his house the night before you went to get the car. Is that what you're telling me?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay, now you're going to tell me the harassment started, according to you now, on September the 15th. What did he do?
He started sending me pictures of himself, trying to interact in sexual stuff over the phone. He wanted me to show like my body parts. He sent me pictures of himself, asking me to send pictures of myself to him, which I have proof of.
Just a second, and what did you say?
I didn't say anything. I just said, no, I'm not into that. I'm going to bed. I got to put my kids to bed. So I just blew him off.
Okay, so you blew him off. What's next?
The videos and pictures of him. So he likes to find women on the internet and pay for them, and he'll send me videos and pictures of him with these other women. I also have these pictures and videos here.
Show me when you told him to stop sending you the videos. I'm assuming, for the purpose of this, I am assuming that he sent you videos that you didn't want to see. I'm assuming, for the purpose of this question, that from September 15th, he started to send you more sexually explicit things. So now I want you to show me what date you told him to stop. So it was ongoing from September 15th, but he would send you these things. Show me the please stop. I don't want to see the video. I want you to show me please stop. I don't want to have anything to do with those videos or this topic.
I just say no.
Just a second.
No, I don't want to. Okay.
No, just show me.
One second. I want to find out.
What are you showing me? I don't know what this is.
I'm sending
want
you the
you to
rest of
show me.
their screenshots. So I'm
No. I'm not interested in screenshots. I'm interested in when, in this, you said to him, please don't show that to me anymore. Please don't communicate with me with regard to this topic. Don't show me any screenshots. I'm not interested. Just show me when you told him to stop.
Here's the one that says, no, I'm not interested. I got to put my kids to bed. And then.
Just a second. Madam, I don't want to embarrass you, but you gave this to me. Evidently, there's some intimacy here that you're stringing him along, which is what I think, because he says to you some sex act that he wants to do with you, and your response to him is, laugh out loud, I'm in this to you. Really, that's hot. Did you try your new toy? I assume that that's not an erector set or a gizmo. Did you try your new toy? And you responded, I got to put kids to bed. You said, no, I've got to put my kids to bed first. Don't you think that that's a lead on?
I don't think so.
You don't think so? Well,
no.
I'm sorry you don't think so, madam, but
The
it
ruling
is
is
a lead
now
on.
in, and Judge Judy has dismissed the plaintiff's claim. After reviewing the circumstances surrounding the theft, the court concluded that the defendant was not legally responsible for the loss of the vehicle. The judge emphasized that even accepting parts of the plaintiff's account, the facts presented were insufficient to establish liability against her husband. A key theme throughout the hearing was a distinction between an unfortunate event and actionable negligence. The vehicle was stolen, but the court did not find a legal basis to transfer that loss to the defendant. Beyond the legal issues, this case highlights how unresolved marital disputes can complicate the interpretation of everyday events. What one side sees as carelessness, the other sees as an attempt to help. Ultimately, the court focused on legal responsibility rather than personal frustration. If you found this case as intense as we did, hit that like button, share your thoughts in the comments, and don't forget to subscribe for more powerful courtroom breakdowns.